I'm glad we are speaking. I'm glad that we're talking about the necessary things that we need to be talking about. I want to add, to put more emphasis on our children. That list contained a lot of people under 18. A lot of these victims are under 18. A lot of these shooters are under 18. I'm a substitute teacher. I've been working with kids for a couple years now. I'm certified in youth mental health first aid. I'm going to school to be a doula. So youth has always been my shit. I love the children. I don't have any yet. I have my 2 younger siblings, those are my children. But I just want to say that we have to pay more attention to the children. We have to talk to them. The reason we are here is because we need to save our babies. And we need to stop leaving them out of the conversation. They want to be here at events like this. They want to be on panels and to talk and ask questions and give solutions. We need to allow them in to do that. If you are an adult and you don't have a younger person, a teen or a child on your hip, someone that you are mentoring, then you're not doing enough. There needs to be a child. You need to be talking to these children, talking to these teens. They need someone to talk to. I'm in schools every day and they are angry. They are so fucking angry, y'all. They're so sad and bored and tired, just like we are. Just like we are. But they don't have the skills, the emotional skills to just put it behind us and go to work. They're going out in the streets, they're shooting each other, they're hurting each other, they're running away from home because they are sad and they are tired and they are angry. And we need to stop disposing them as bad children. We need to stop putting them in disciplinary schools, think that the school is just that's gonna fix them. No, it needs to start at home. It needs to start with the community. I also want to say that I love this. I love that we're all coming together to do this, but there are people who don't know about this shit. There are people, these people who are shooting, these people who are on the corners of the streets, are black people that are not hearing this. It's great that we're talking to each other because we know what it is. But the people, the victims, they don't know. We need to reach out to people who are not in our circle. We need to be in places that are not quote unquote safe, that are quote unquote not for this shit. The niggas on the corner smoking Black and Miles and selling drugs, they need to be talked to too. They need to be invited to things like this too. Sometimes we're talking to the wrong people. On social media, we build our social circles. So we know that when we're talking about gun violence, or we're talking about reproductive health, or we're talking about Say Her Name and black women, we know that we're talking to people who's going to listen. But we need to be talking to people who don't even know that these conversations are happening. So I want to remind you guys that go outside of your circles, go outside of your comfort zones, and speak to people who want to be heard. Even if they don't know that they want to be heard, they don't even know that they want more. They don't know that they want change. They don't know that they want better for themselves. Because when all you know is all you know, that's all you know. So we need to make sure that we're educating them that this survival is not it. Survival is not the end all be all. And I have my last poem is about being that black person doesn't fit the mold. Okay, that black person that doesn't get invited to the conversations a lot because of how she acts or how she looks or how they look. And this poem is called Ratchet is Righteous. My Tumblr was a gallery of carefree black girls. My dashboard swimming with women wearing afros and flowered halos, crowned with graduation caps and head wraps. Aesthetics bright and inviting. Chocolate woman, laughs like honey and smiles like porcelain. Unbothered and unattainable. Black girls who use all their teeth when they say no. Black girls you can't make cry. Black girls so carefree, they look nothing like me. I realized they shared my skin, but not my story. And I didn't have the privilege of being a part of theirs. I tried so hard to mimic their model, to undo parts of myself that weren't palatable. I stopped wearing weaves because they weren't Afrocentric enough. Brought shea moisture when I couldn't even buy lunch. Smiled more, made myself less burdened, something lightweight and easier to manage. But everything about me was 2-4-C, tight and coarse, knotted and stubborn, a nappy personality. You could smell the ghetto on me. I tried both defiance and conformity, But the Carefree Black Girl Club felt like a VIP club. Even the commonality of our oppressions couldn't get me in. The constructs they looked so happy living without were the same ones I was still shackled to. I wasn't middle class black girl enough. How careless could I be when I'm still surviving in my hood? There was no one to admire this impoverishment. There were never photos of girls who looked like me. Black bitches with milkshot faces, the ones with 40 bottles and blunts, queer and stressed, edges on fleek, loud as shit and swears every time she speaks. Our food stamps weren't romanticized or revolutionary, and there was no one affording this portrayal of freedom. This hood girl, too ratchet, too stereotyped. My poverty a cliche I don't have the luxury of leaving behind. I'm too ghetto, too much of what black girls don't want to be. Working for an aesthetic that couldn't even fit me. But there's nothing photogenic about how dirty we have to hustle here. Never a celebration for the single black moms who have to sell rock to feed their kids, or the older sisters who use bloody knuckles on street corners to protect their siblings. These roles were played too many times for an applause. I'm the black girl they cropped out of the picture. The one who is too typecast, too much of something stale and exhausted. I'm the idea of blackness they ran away from, the rejected residue of the angry black woman. I endure erasure to save my people from stigmas. But now, when Tumblr teases me with a cracked mirror and tries to convince my blackness that it has to be careful carrying a girl like me, I remind myself that my ratchet is righteous. I am one of a million ways to be a black girl, and I'm allowed to coexist with the rest of them. I can love my afro and kinks, then slay a 22-inch Malaysian weave the next day. I can be Badu and Nicki Minaj all at once. I can blast trap music like gospel, because black girls are never one-dimensional. We can be hoe and housewife, artist and hood rat, nerd and trap queen at the same damn time. Being a black girl is thriving everywhere no one else wants you to be. It's realizing the complexities of our womanhood can't be undermined. It's being frontline in battle and still slaying the war paint. It is writing ourselves back into existence. Despite our differences, our strengths and beauty is universal. So accept me the way I am, because all black girls are worth the frame. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Celebrate all black people, y'all. All of them. All of them.
Even the light-skinned ones.
Even the light-skinned ones.
All of us. Thank you, Queen.